Hello. Today we're going to talk about sacred space and creating your own sacred space in your home or office. First, you want to decide why you were wanting to create sacred space. Some of the top reasons are there was an illness in your home or office. You want relationships shift. Either it can be you want to bring in new relationships into your home or office, or you are wanting the current relationships, you want them to stay, you just want them to be more peaceful, more loving, you want to clear up any arguments that have happened in the space, you're wanting relationships to be deeper, more connection, either home or office. And if there was any construction in your home or office, you want to create sacred space. And if you're wanting a new direction in your personal life or your business life. So personal life could be, you want to start this exercise routine, or you want to start eating better, or you're wanting to create a family. If it was business, you are wanting to take your business into a different direction. So that's the example I'm going to give because I'm taking my business into a different direction. So I'm going to use that as an example because once you figured out your why, now you need to become clear and stay on task to keep your clarity. And clarity, I mean, for me, business, I want to take my business into a new direction and I want these three things. And I wrote it out on a Post-it note and now I stay on task as I do the next step that I'm going to talk about. But I write those down. What do I want to do in my new business? So I write those down on a Post-it note. And now we're going to go into the next step of creating your sacred space. And it's clutter clearing. And we have heard all sorts of techniques on clutter clearing. And they're all wonderful and they can all be helpful. But the most important thing is not organizing. Organizing means you are buying rubber totes and you are buying these really cool things to store. No, I'm talking clutter clear. I go back to my Post-it note. What are my three things that I want to now offer in my business? So everything that I pick up in my home office, does it match these three things that are on my clarity of the new direction I want to take with my business? If it does not, now we're going to go into the next step. Then I'm going to donate it, use it, or throw it out. And donation, I mean to a Goodwill, to a church rummage sale, to some other place that is not a friend or a family. Because friend or family is going to have a hard time saying no because they don't want to hurt your feelings. So all you're doing is passing your junk around to another person in your energy field, which isn't really going to shift anybody then. And then everybody stays at the same level. So donation, give it to a church or to a Goodwill. If it's a large sum that I just sorted through, it's a write-off. But most importantly, you are not giving your junk to somebody else. And it's not junk. It's really not. If it was junk, then you would have no problem throwing it out. At least I would hope you have no problem throwing it out. But if you're the older generation, you save absolutely everything, which is perfectly fine. It's not good or not bad, but we're just not in that energy anymore. So think real long and hard of why you want to keep something or why you want to give it to somebody. If you have such a hard time with donating it to a church or another entity, why you have such a hard time doing that. So there would be some homework for you. But really, it could be just a distraction of you not staying on task of your clarity of what you want to do with your new business or your new relationship or the new personal choices that you want to make in your life that would bring more health and more peace and harmony into your home, into your life, basically. So, because how you do one thing is how you do everything. So the big thing that I teach and practice is watching yourself as you're making choices, watching yourself as you are clutter clearing or not making a choice, or in your business, pretty much everywhere. So we are going to grow so much that you will be here as you watch yourself live the life on earth. It's a whole nother topic, but right now let's get back to clutter clearing. So you want to create your why. Was there an illness? Is there a relationship that you want to enhance or attract? Or cleaning up any fights or arguments, or just stuff like you have no creativity happening in your life or in your personal relationships. Or if you're taking a new direction, you're wanting new adventures, you're wanting a new direction in your business, or in your relationships, or in your life, or in your family. Clarity. Write it down. Write it down on a Post-it note, and that is on a big piece of paper even. Clarity. This is what I want to do. I want to offer these 3 things in my new direction in my business. Anything that does not support these 3 things leaves the house, leaves the office. Okay? Then you're going to clutter clear. You are going to donate to a church or to Goodwill. Keep only those items that go back to your list of your clarity. Okay? Anything less than that, anything broken, throw it. Unless you are going to use it in your new direction. Okay? And then your intention. So, the basics are all just kind of stepping stones. The magic happens in your intention. Your intention of, as you are creating your sacred space, is, so going back to my example of the new direction in my business, I'm excited to be offering these things that juices me. And while I'm creating this sacred space, I basically am praying and talking to my higher self. I'm talking to my spirit team. I am talking to true creative essence, the universe, source, God, whatever you want to label it. But I am here. I am down here in my soul while I am clutter clearing, while I am staying on task to the clarity. My intention matches my clarity, and it feels in alignment. And I am just letting go of all that no longer serves, and I am allowing new energy, new guidance, new life to come in to the space that I'm creating in my home office. Okay? So you can take it another layer if you so desire, but just doing that is enough. But some people like actual tools. So some tools would be music, some high vibration music. And I mean not loud music. I'm talking high vibration, 528 megahertz or higher. And that means, your Reiki, your Reiki music, your meditation music. You could use tuning forks, 528 hertz tuning forks. You could sing, you could play, you could dance around in the space. If none of that resonates with you, then people use smoke. They use sage. They use incense smoke. Heck, I know some people who have used cigarette smoke. And I know then people are like, oh, cigarette smoke is chemicals. No, because go back to the other reason. The other step in this whole process is your intention. Your intention. And if you have a belief that only a certain type of smoke will clear a space, that kind of keeps you stuck. We'll talk about that again in another video because your beliefs block you. So the more beliefs you get rid of, the easier life becomes. But see, we've got 2 videos now coming out of this conversation alone. But anyway, back to your intention. You can just walk around letting go of stuff and praying that, okay, help me have clarity in my business. I want to do these 3 things. You're cleaning your space that way. Or you can use smoke. You can use incense. You can use salt water. You can use salt bowls of Dead Sea salt set in each corner for, a week or so. Toss that out. Don't ever use that bowl. Don't eat out of it again. Just because all that energy sits in that bowl, unless you have another way to clear that energy out of that bowl. But I like to use just the heavy duty plastic bowls, picnic bowls that you would use at a picnic, and then throw the whole thing out. Again, do what resonates with you. Some people like to just use crystals. Some people like to use copper as a way to clear space. Whatever resonates with you. Some people just like to sing their own vocal voice in a room and to clear the space. Whatever resonates with you. The biggest thing is your intention. How does it feel to you? Does it feel light or does it feel heavy with what you're doing? And listen here. Go from what you feel inside of you. And it's the space that's right under your rib cage, where your ribs start. That's where your knowing comes from. Okay, that's where I want to make your choices from, to connect from, to move from, is down into there. So you're going to assess as to why. Oh, we've had an illness. Let's bring fresh new energy in here. You want a new, different relationship, or you want to improve the relationships that are there. You want a new direction in your business or personal. Clarity. Write it down. Boom, boom, boom. Stay on task. Stay to those things. Don't waver from that. If you find yourself wavering, that's a distraction. Then you've got homework. Why you're distracting from these things? Do they not match what you really want to do? You're doing it to get approval outside of you, from a parent still, or from a spouse, or from friends, or from other business colleagues, or what you think you're supposed to be doing. No, go back into here. And then after you've gotten real clear and you feel really good and you feel real in alignment with that, then you clutter clear. Donate to a church, to Goodwill. Throw it out. Keep it only if it matches your clarity list. Okay? Then your intention. Your intention should feel light and airy and enthusiastic to you. You will come alive with your intention as you're clearing your space. And then you put things only back in that feel good and light to you, that juice you, that match your clarity, that you love. Everything else doesn't come back into that space. Now, we'll talk about storage in another thing. There's different types of storage. You've got your seasonal storage, perfectly fine. But you're not going to save it, well, in case I ever do, like in my case, in case I ever do that class again. Nope. That is taking you in reverse, and that's not going in your new direction. So trust the you, which is you. Trust the universe, that you won't need it anymore. If you need it, it will come back around to you. Okay? And the biggest thing is just, does it feel light? Does it feel good to you? Do what resonates with you. Create your own sacred space. When you get done, you will just look around your space and you're like, oh, okay. Now, the next key is you can't drag this out forever. If you drag this out forever, then that's another distraction. Okay? So the biggest thing that I am practicing on myself and moving forward with in my new direction in my business is creating your authentic voice, your inner GPS, your inner knowing. Always do what resonates with you. These are just suggestions. The biggest thing is what's happening in the world today is people are making a voice, and that's the chaos. And now I'm going to go off on a little tangent here. Know why you're making a voice. Does it really resonate with you, or are you doing it out of fear? Okay? We have to trust the bigger picture. And if you look around at your space, are you holding on to all of this clutter out of fear? Okay? That's a big one. You have to really slow down for that one. I just went through that one. As I looked around, I was like, wow, a lot of my past choices were based on fear. That's very interesting. And you want to get to know yourself, because the change starts within you. Okay? So really start watching yourself to learn more about you. Okay? The chaos is happening because that's how change comes. We get a storm, chaos, we get rainbows. We'll go into another topic. I'll explain more on that stuff. But right now, get back to your why. Get real clear on your clarity. Clutter clear. Stay on task with your clarity and your intention. Your intention is moving back into your body. Your intention is letting go of everything that doesn't support you, that doesn't juice you, that does not support your new direction, your new task, the thing you want to create, the thing you want clarity on, the relationships that you want better. Okay? And you can use that with different ways. Some people use smoke. Some people use music. Some people use tuning forks. Some people use their own singing and dancing and opening up the windows a little bit and letting the air come out, the air exchange. What else do people use? Just in a certain way of just cleaning, just dusting is a type of sacred space. Okay? But the biggest change you're going to see is getting rid of everything you do not need. Letting it go. Letting it go makes space for the universe to come in with the new energy. So, if you have any questions at all, you know how to contact me. But just right now, just do it. Just start where you're at. Just start with a room. Start with a drawer. And just start. No more excuses. Just start. Okay? You can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. So, have fun with it. Don't make it feel heavy and light. And if you're making it feel heavy, or I should say heavy and light. If you're making it feel heavy, that's a distraction, and then you've got homework there. So, okay, you can do this. Go for it. Have fun. Bye.